Welcome to Spencer. I'm Sven with your reading today. I hope that everyone is doing well and good, and that you ended off your previous year very well, and that you had an awesome time with friends and family, or even if you were alone. I'm hoping that you're just in a good space right now. And if you aren't, I send you my love and my lights, and I wish you a very prosperous new year. So, today's reading is going to be about not necessarily predictions. I didn't want to get into predictions, I wanted more of advice or guidance on how to start off your year so that it's successful throughout. Of course, every now and then I'll be, doing readings throughout the year so that you can better your circumstances the best way that you can. But with this reading, I just wanted to kick off the year with something that can give you an idea if you have no idea. This is not me telling you what to do. It's more of just like ideas on what to work on if you choose to. So take it as it comes and as it resonates. Without wasting any time, though, I'm going to get into the reading and I'll meet you at your path. Hi, Pawan. Welcome to your reading. You chose the King of Pentacles or the King of Earth as your card. So this is just going to be a representation of whether, take it as it resonates, this could be you right now or just the previous year that you're coming from, your energy. So what I'm picking up on is her Taurus energy, of course, because the King of Pentacles does represent that. But what's coming through is that you've had a successful year for most of you. I'm hearing that irrespective of the little challenges that may have come up every now and then, maybe some of you didn't close off a deal on a house, or maybe you didn't have a certain relationship come through that you wanted, but I'm hearing that other aspects of your life were very successful, and thus you had a very successful previous year is what's coming through. But yeah, I'm hearing that you're a very stable person, you're very mature, you're very goal orientated. I'm hearing that you don't waste time. And I'm hearing, if it ain't about the money, don't be calling me up. So yeah, you're very ambitious. I heard greed and desire. Some of you can get very greedy when it comes to things, but I'm hearing that it comes from a lack mindset, or maybe in childhood, or just at some point in your life you had some kind of scarce resource and then you're afraid of experiencing that again. So I'm hearing that probably the message that's going to come through for you is to kind of get rid of that lack mindset. But red may be very significant to you, or maybe just like your root chakra. Once again, you need to work on that security, that sense of security, because I'm hearing that most of you, if not all, you're very stable. If you're whether you're in high school or at work, or it doesn't really matter where you are in your life, I'm hearing that you have the abundance, you have the capability to attract. I'm sorry if you hear the noise in the background. I'm really very sorry about that. But I'm hearing that you've, and I heard a compass as well. I'm hearing that you're very you have the ability to attract whatever abundance that you want, because it's just already around you. You are the King of Pentacles. You are this person. I heard sorcerer. So some of you could just, like, you're magicians. You know how to create that abundance for yourself. And I'm hearing that your intuition guides you in the right direction all the time. It's just a matter of listening and tapping into it. So again, we want to work with that root chakra so that we know when messages come through, whether from our spirit guides or just the universe, or just when the intuition is speaking to us, we need to be safe in that and trust it. So yeah, I'm hearing that some of you are mothers, or even if you're not a biological mother, you could be like, you could play a motherly role in people's lives, is what I'm hearing. Some of you already have kids as well. Yeah, because you're mothers, right? Some of you have kids that you have adopted, and not necessarily from like an orphanage or anything, but maybe you're in a relationship with a partner who already had a kid before they met you. So I'm hearing that things are very good for you right now, or the year that you came. Just take it as it resonates, because I'm hearing that some of you, things are good for you right now, or it's just like the energy of the previous year. Things have been good for you. And I'm hearing that things are going to get better as soon as you just, there's something about red, and it just reminds me of the root chakra, but maybe red is very significant to you in your own way, and you might want to kind of tap into that and understand what kind of message is also coming through for you. I heard rehab, so I don't know if some of you have been to rehab or you're planning on going to rehab, and I'm hearing that is a good suggestion, a good idea if you're trying to get into it. So some of you could have a beard as well, or you're thinking of growing a beard. I'm getting an image of like a teen who's like walking around school and everyone is like, you know, he's turning heads and it's like everybody's looking at the beard. It's like, so even if it's not the beard, maybe you're going to go through some physical glow up. Some of you could be financial and spiritual, but I'm hearing that most of you are going to go through a physical glow up, if not already. So let us hear about the guidance messages that you have for the year. Some of you may be short in your stature or small in size in general. It doesn't have to be just your height, it could even be your body, you know. And I'm hearing that people like to kind of take advantage of that because of your height and whatnot, but they don't know that strength doesn't really depend on size. You're very strong people, is what I'm hearing. Some of you may have been bullied. These things are just coming through so that you understand that this is your reading. But maybe it's also coming through because these are the things that you need to work on, you know. Throughout the year, you might want to work on the healing, you know, that sense of security and whatnot. Yeah, some of you may have some kind of like a necklace or a talisman or any kind of jewelry actually that you wear. I'm hearing that some of you have like a lucky watch or a pocket watch, something that's very very lucky for you that you wear around. And what's coming through is you want to keep that around you even more, and if you are into rituals you might want to kind of bless it even more, you know. But yeah, that's just coming through so that you know that this is your reading as well. I heard that you have a lucky charm as well, or I'm seeing the number 7. You know, like when you win the at the casino game, when you like hit a jackpot, it's like 777. So yeah, a lot of abundance comes easily for you guys, especially when you put in the work. And I'm getting that you really do put in the work, especially for this pile. I heard Scorpio as well, and Cancer. So take it as it resonates. But let us get into your messages for the year. Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 1 so that they can have a successful year? I heard improv. So I don't know if you guys are actors or into theater or something like that, but if it doesn't resonate with that, I'm hearing that you want to improvise, as in if you are in a okay, let me stop shuffling. If you find yourself in a situation where, you know, maybe you're panicking or anxiety, which I get that some of you may have anxiety, if you find yourself in that kind of circumstance, I'm hearing that you want to improvise, you know. I heard Johnny Bravo. You know, he's very charismatic, and you know, we can say that he's naive a bit, but I feel like just like SpongeBob as well. Yeah, so I'm not saying that you're naive, but like you see how these characters, or yeah, how these cartoon characters know how to just step into the moment and make the best of it. So I'm hearing that, for instance, if you're at a braai or a barbecue, maybe you spill a drink on somebody, instead of like feeling embarrassed about it, maybe just like be calm. So yeah, you might want to just like really tap into that root chakra. Just learn how to just be a sense of safety, calmness, zen meditation is what I'm hearing. Some of you could have like the statue of Buddha in your house, or any Greek statues is what I'm hearing, you know. I'm hearing that some of you are philanthropists as well, but what's coming through is improvise. You know, if you find yourself in a very heavy or stuck situation, just make the best of it. I'm getting in a scenario of somebody getting embarrassed on stage. Some of you may have stage fright. Just like try to seize the moment and flip the script, okay? So if somebody tries to embarrass you, especially for those who are bullied, I'm hearing workplace, but it could be a school as well. Just like flip the script on them. You don't have to, you know, return fire with fire. If they say mean things to you, you don't have to like punch them back, you know, with mean words. But you could like really be slick about it, very sarcastic, very witty. And I'm getting that some of you are, and you're very intelligent as well. Like use your brain, use your intelligence, your IQ. Not necessarily IQ because, you know, it's a whole different aspect of things, but like just like your wit, you're smart, you're very intelligent, you know how to come up with things like this. Use that to your advantage if you ever find yourself in a very heavy or awkward situation. Yeah, so I'm hearing that don't panic, learn to improvise. Any other messages? Thank you. Any other messages? Okay, I'm not going to take this. Any other messages that you have so that part one can have a successful year, Divine Spirits? I heard throat chakra. So yeah, standing up for yourself. I heard that fight your own battles. I'm hearing that you're very protected and people have a tendency to, people have a tendency to kind of want to protect you. So they may take over any situation that you're in, which is like, I guess it's good. But at some point, you also need to grow your own spine. At some point, you also need to kind of fight for yourself, fend for yourself. And I'm hearing that you want to step into that this year. I heard body goals. So yeah, again, some of you may be working on your physique. And it's like everything is going to go well as long as you obviously maintain consistency. I'm hearing don't tire yourself out. And not just like with the physical glow, but everything else. Just like everything else, don't tire yourself out. Work, school, friends, family. Just like do everything in small portions. I mean, you have the whole year. You can just like break everything down is what I'm hearing. So you might also want to practice breathing. I'm hearing that you like getting things really quickly and done with. And I'm hearing it works for you sometimes, but like this year, maybe you just want to slow things down. And this is why I'm talking about breaking things down. So you have 7 days a week. I don't know what your circumstances are and how much, maybe you work, or because my mom like works 7 days a week sometimes, and it's just like, so it just really depends on how things are for you. And I'm hearing that some of you have ballet classes, or some of you are into theater. So how can you break down your week so that you're not tired? You want to create a schedule for yourself where you have time for you, and I know it kind of sounds like, oh yeah, I can keep up with that for like a month, but after that everything gets hectic. But that's the problem. Why can't you maintain consistency? Why do you have to tell yourself that you can only maintain a certain standard for yourself only up to a certain point? You should, if you value your time, your effort, the people around you, it doesn't have to be limited. You could literally just maintain that consistency throughout the year. So maybe that's something that you want to consider throughout the year as well. It's just like how to break things down for friends, for family, and also explain to them how, if you're very busy, just like give everyone, and it's not really about how little they mean to you. It's more about how much you mean to yourself. You can't give all of you to everyone is what's coming through. So for some of you, you have a tendency of like secluding yourself, and because things get too hard for you and you just can't cope, you can't give yourself to your mother, to your father, to your friends and your boyfriend. It's just like it's too much, so it's like this year you want to kind of break things down for yourself. And I would suggest something, but like I said, I don't know your circumstances. You just want to look at the time that you have. Maybe on Monday, Monday to Friday if you have school. So like, I can't really, because I'm connecting to different energies, I can't give a specific kind of schedule, but I hope that you understand what I'm trying to say. So yeah, break things down for yourself. Anything else? It looks like most of the, messages are just coming through. So we have the 3 of Cups. It fell down. It's in reverse, I think, but I'm not sure. I'm hearing that it is in reverse, and what's coming through is you guys have a tendency of, like I said, when things get tough for you, you just isolate yourself. You don't involve people. You don't let people know that you're tired. Some of you, like I said, you may have kids, and it's like you work. Some of you are nurses, I'm hearing, or you like work at like a administration, so maybe like a receptionist of some kind, maybe even at a hospital or something like that. I'm hearing clerks as well, so just take it as it resonates. But what's coming through is you work so much, you like doing everything on your own, that you don't ask for help. And that's what ties you. This is what causes you by the end of the year to just be fed up. It causes you to kind of off track or delay your goals and your ambitions. And what's coming through is you want to make time for all those beautiful things. You want to make time for friends and family by asking for help. See, if you work, for some of you, of course, I understand that maybe you're a single mother and you have no one helping you. So maybe it's time to invest in that. If you can't save up money, is there someone in your family that you can come to terms of a compromise with? I don't know how things are with you and your family dynamics, but it's like, is there a way? I'm hearing what's that thing? Play dates. So if you can't always be around your kids, is there a way? Not because you don't care, but you're busy, right? And you have no nannies or babysitters. Is there a play date that you can arrange with somebody where your kid can have a sleepover, or even if it's not a friend, it could be a family. Can you send your kids off for that weekend to spend time with family while you're working? They don't have to be left alone. I'm getting an image of a kid who's always alone because mommy's always at work and daddy's always at work. Take it as it resonates, but maybe you want to start, thinking about that. How can you involve the people around you to assist you? So it's not necessarily about just like being a parent. You could be in high school, man, or you could be in varsity. It doesn't really matter. You could even be out of school, out of work, but somehow everything is just too much for you. How can you? I'm getting an image of like everything in portions, in rations. Like, how can you have the people around you create a balance by helping you out, you know? So yeah, you want to think about that. Like, if you're constantly at school, but then you have ballet class or theater or whatever it is that you do, and when you get home, you have to cook, you have to do all of these things. How can you have the people around you communicate those desires? Throat chakra, communicate those desires. Have people help you receive it openly as well, because I'm getting that some of you love things done a certain way, so you are very resistant to to help. So anything else divine spirit guides? It's like you're very resistant. Some of you could have an iguana, um and I'm hearing scales, so you're very tough as well. You're very tough. Anything else? Any final messages, please? Just final messages. I want to keep these as short as I can because there's a lot of pals. Anything else? I'm hearing tough. Yeah, you're very tough. I'm hearing mama bear, um for the fathers. I'm hearing like wolf, I'm even hearing lone wolf. So even if you're not like a parent, it's like you're very tough. And I'm hearing that you don't trust easily, and it just doesn't only apply to relationships. It could be, thank you. Yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles, you're a lone wolf. It could be with sorry, I got distracted for a moment. It could be with like family. It doesn't have to be with relationships. Sorry, it could be like with little things. How you have, I heard OCD, how you have things, structured around the house. It may be hard for you to have people help you because you just like things a certain way, and if they don't do things that way, it just really frustrates you. But how can we release that control? How can we trust people to, if you really like your cabinets or your towels or whatever it is, just like sit in a specific way? How can you release the lack of trust? How can you trust that you can give somebody instructions and they can do it that way? Of course, sometimes it takes a while, especially if you're so specific. You want to give people a chance to really just do things the way you want to, but also be considerate of how they are as well, and how they work and how they do things. So maybe just coming to a compromise as well is what's coming through. We have the Two of Air, or the Two of Swords as well. Like I said, you enjoy, not necessarily enjoy, but some of you do. You love being this I heard a working mother. So some of you, even if you're not a mother, it's just like what's coming through. So it's like you enjoy going to work, coming home, cooking and cleaning. You want to be Superman. You enjoy being seen as Superman, but it's to your detriment at the end of the day, because even if people recognize you as Superman or Superwoman, or it doesn't really matter, you'll get tired of it at some point. It doesn't really matter. What's the point of working 7 days a week on your own, doing everything on your own, if at the end of the night you're sleeping and you're thinking, life is horrible, or I'm doing everything on my own, or I can't take this anymore, it's draining. All of these negative thoughts come to you when you're in a low vibe because you tire yourself out. What is the point of all of that? What's the point of being known as this person who can handle everything if at the end of the day you're breaking down? So what you want to look into this year is kind of just getting away from that, putting yourself first, putting your health in all aspects, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, first. Yeah. So we have the Hermit card in reverse. And it speaks about really getting out of that energy of wanting to do everything on your own, because you're not alone. You're not alone, you know. Like I said, I don't know what your circumstances are. Maybe you do feel alone, but what's coming through is that you're not alone. People want to help. People want you to reach out. You know, some people are uncomfortable with offering help because they can see how strong you are, and they don't want to offend you when you they don't want to offend you by asking to help, because they can see how strong and independent you are. So it's about you opening up the door and being like, okay, listen, I'm struggling, I need help. You know, admitting it to yourself before admitting it to others is so much better, because once you are okay and at peace with how you feel, it is easier to explain yourself or your circumstances to others. So you want to look into that as well throughout the year. So pal one, I think this is all for you, and I don't know if you're going to be attracted or drawn to other pals, but this was your reading and I hope that you enjoyed it. Once again, take those slow deep breaths and be calm. You know, don't rush to do everything, is what's coming through lastly for you. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hi pal 2, welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me. I'm just gonna take a sip of my water real quickly. So you chose the Queen of Fire, or the Queen of Wands in reverse, and this is meant to represent either you right now or the energy that you came from in the previous year. So what's coming through is without judgment, of course. Queen of Wands usually represents somebody who's very greedy. I'm hearing lustful as well. They could be very jealous. And I'm not saying that you're completely this person, but maybe you have moments where you're kind of like just, which happens to everyone. You're very jealous. You're very greedy. You're very you don't really put in effort in a lot of things, probably because you don't have the belief or the mindset that it can work out for you. You're not very patient with yourself and others. Um, So this could literally be any fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I'm picking up more on Leo for some reason with this card. So it resonates to you, maybe, maybe not. Um, yeah, so I'm feeling that either you came out or you're coming from a year or an energy of just like feeling very unsuccessful. Thus, it promoted or it brought about negative thoughts, emotions, feelings, whether towards yourself or the people around you. Maybe you weren't, or if you are in this present energy, maybe you aren't very happy about how other people are very abundant more than yourself, or you know, are doing very well or better than you, is what's coming through. Your heart chakra is closed for most of you, if not all of you, or it just needs balancing. You know, it needs you to tap into that energy work so that you can heal it. I'm getting green monster, you know, just like there's a lot of just like again, I don't say this with judgment, it's what's coming through because it's what you need to work on. So maybe lately or in the previous year you had moments where you were just like really sending out negative vibes to people because things weren't going well for you. So it wasn't necessarily intentional for some of you. It could have just been that things were very tough for you, or you were just working tirelessly on something but it wasn't coming right, and it just caused you to kind of have this negative perspective on things towards yourself and others. So maybe you want to work on that this year. Okay, so I'm hearing that some of you financially may not be stable, or maybe even if you have the money, it's that you're not using it wisely. You could be overspending or not spending it at all out of fear. So maybe you also want to work on your root chakra, but I'm getting more your heart space. It needs to be open. I'm getting an image of like a plunger in a toilet, and it's just like unclogging everything. So you may want to work on your heart chakra to kickstart your year in a beautiful, you know, light. I heard Nordic. I don't know why. I heard Nordic extraterrestrial. So yeah, maybe you are starseeds. I don't know. Or maybe just into that kind of stuff. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm getting a very closed off energy from you. It's hard to connect to you. Um, yeah, you're just blocking me out right now, and that's okay. I won't tap into your energy anymore. I'll just ask what messages, okay, divine spirits, what does Pautu need to know in order for them to have a successful year? Okay. I don't know if I should mention this, but I can feel your energy. Some of you are just like literally just, yeah. I won't say it. It's okay. What does Pautu need to know so that they can have a successful year? Thank you. Anything else? I'm hearing that you should ground yourself. You know, get out of your head as well, because I'm hearing that, you know, the overthinking is what's causing you to just not be the best person. Anything else you have for Cal 2? Some of you are just like not really open to receiving this guidance, but for some reason you're watching it. Maybe just like somehow subconsciously you do want help or you do want to change, but it's like right now your current energy is just like blocking. Because I'm hearing that a lot of like I'm hearing that you receive a lot of guidance. We have this 4 of fire, the 4 of wands. I'm hearing that a lot of you receive a lot of guidance or like messages or whatnot, but it's just like a matter of really tapping into it and trusting it and trusting that it's there to help you evolve and be better. So because I'm getting an image of a butterfly, so I don't know if that's how the universe communicates with you, or maybe even numbers, but it's like you haven't been paying attention, because I'm hearing that some of you are lacking faith or belief in something, whether it's yourself or just like the universe in general. I don't know why I'm speaking so softly with you guys, but yeah, we have the Messenger of Water or the Knight of Cups for you. I'm just gonna lay everything out real quickly. Then we have the King of Water, the King of Pentacles. Sorry, the King of Water, the King of Cups. So yeah, some of you may be really worried about your money, you know, your bag. It's like, is it enough? Am I gonna have to work harder? You know, am I gonna be abundant? You know, you're worried about your structure as well, your foundation. You know, is my family safe? Am I safe? You know, even if you don't have a kid or anything like that, am I safe? You know, we have the Six of Water, the Six of Cups. Some of you are also worried about like career. You know, is this the right path for me, especially with the new year, and how you're gonna have to start really picking out subjects, or you know, depending where you are, you know, modules, or for the new semester if you're in school. For some of you could even be studying out of school, like you're working while you're studying. So it's like I don't know why I said that, but we have the Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups finally. And so yeah, what's coming through is some of you are very worried about your finances, or just like your foundation, your stability at its core. And I'm hearing that there's not necessarily anything for you to worry about, because it's more about changing how you view things. I'm getting that some of you have a very loud voice. Wow. Some of you may be very like perfectionistic or like OCD, or you know, you like things a certain way. You know, if it's not your way, it's like your way or the highways that's coming through. So yeah, I'm just trying to line these up for some reason for you guys, because I'm getting a vibe that you guys are very like perfectionist, Virgo energy coming through as well. Okay, this is the best that I can do before I go out of like out of the little line that I have. It's just an imaginary line around there for me, because I want to see all the cards properly, and I don't have a tripod. This is just like what I'm working with right now. So yeah, let's get into your reading. The messages you have, or the messages for you this year, is that if you're worried about your finances and your structure and like I was saying, I'm sorry, you have a loud voice. in your head, or just people around you who just literally constantly break you down somehow, I'm hearing that I need to speak calm with you because of those reasons, because of the constant loud voice in your head, and the people around you, they unsettle you. So this is probably why I'm speaking so calmly and soft with you. Um, so I'm also hearing that you may have worries about your finances and just like your structure and your foundation. And I'm hearing that some of you are perfectionists and you like things in a certain order and you love the aesthetic of things. You are the is it feng shui? You are the some of you could be interior decorators literally, or you just like, you really like things set up very aesthetically and nice. And I hope this is aesthetic. I mean, this is aesthetic, this is as aesthetic as you're gonna get, because I'm still working on my channel, but I hope that this is enough for you. But the messages you have is to really focus on that voice, not necessarily listening to it, but more just like observing it, understanding where it's coming from. Maybe it could be your childhood trauma. Not everything stems from childhood trauma, actually. It could be the trauma that you face even right now. I don't know how old you are. For some of you, I'm picking up that you're still in high school. For others, it's like you could be older. But I'm not picking up anything above like 40. And if you are, it could just be like your energy. It's like you're very youthful. Um, yeah, some of you are actually in your mid 60s is what I'm hearing, but it's like you have a youthful energy to you. Whether it's your physical appearance or just your energy, there's just something youthful about you. I'm hearing that some of you have lost that. Um, some of you were very excited about life. You woke up and you felt that you had a meaning. You woke up and you felt that you had a purpose, but for some reason lately, or maybe in the previous year, you were just feeling as if nothing that you were creating was coming to life. With the Six of Cups, it talks about creativity, connecting and believing that everything that you have, everything that you are blessed with, not only just like from the universe, but what you can bring out is like possible. But maybe with the with the previous year that we came from, or just like your current energy, you're just feeling like nothing is coming through. Nothing is just like, it's like you're waiting. With the Eight of Cups, I feel like there's a stagnance. It's not in reverse, but like this is your current energy that I'm still tapping into. It's not the messages, all right? With the Eight of Cups, I feel like you're just stagnant. And some of it is caused by the overthinking, and most of it is just really caused by you not moving. So as much as you may have all of these voices in your head or the people around you causing you to have doubts, it's the action that really precipitates, or just like, or brings about a change. And I'm hearing that facing that voice this year, all right? That's what you want to do. Now I'm getting into the advice, okay? You want to face that voice. You want to face, whether it's in your mind or the people around you. Some of you could be bullied. Some of you could have like parents who want their grades, or just like an unsupportive community in general. But you wanna face that. And I'm not saying talk back to your parents. I'm not promoting any kind of like disrespect. It's more of standing up for yourself in a respectful way, in a respectful manner, that even if you walk away from it, you can look back and be like, yeah, I did that. Because we don't want to walk away from situations with regret. So we don't want to say mean things. We don't want to lash out. We want to be calm about everything. We want to be calm about how we approach things in life, so that when we look back at it, we can at least say, you know what, I did my best. I was calm about it. I didn't say anything that I regretted. I didn't make that person feel as shitty as I was feeling at that time, you know. Because we're not trying to promote that. Irrespective of how we are or where we are in our lives, we don't promote. We're not trying to promote any kind of, how can I say, we don't return negative energy with negative energy is what's coming through. So your advice for this year is you want to face that voice, all right? You want to be a mother to that voice. So just like how a mother would be, well, most mothers, of course, and I don't want to label good or bad, but just like how most mothers would be, or even fathers, because let me just say feminine energy, all right? You want to have that feminine perspective towards this mental clutter, or towards the negative energies around you. Just be very caring towards it. If you lay up at night because you can't sleep because of the bad voices, just think about, again, for some reason, maybe your mothers, or just like maybe it's time to mother yourself because you had a very bad childhood. But what's coming through is just think about what a mother would do if a kid had a nightmare in the middle of the night, or what a parent would do, They would come in, you know, calm you down, kind of pat your back, or just brush your skin gently and just like ease that anxiety. Probably give you a glass of milk. I don't know, that's what they do in the movies. Or they'll just like sing a lullaby for you, so that you're calm, you know. So I'm not saying do that all the time, but maybe you just want to be very mothering to yourself. If you lack a sense of security because of how you grew up, what your parents or your guardian, whoever raised you, um, even if it's foster care for some of you, because I'm hearing that maybe some of you were like orphaned or something, but whatever it is that you lacked in your childhood, let's not fight that anymore. Let's just look at it as something that is going to propel us to a great destination, that is happiness, that is growth, that is health, that is a lot of amazing opportunities as well. Because I'm hearing that, abundance is trying to knock on your door, and it's been knocking on your door, but you keep slamming it. You keep opening and taking a peek and just slamming the door right back in opportunities and abundance face because you don't trust it. You don't trust that anything good can come from your experiences. You don't trust that anything good would ever want to come to you. For some reason, you don't feel worthy. And it's like with the King of Cups, a lot of people and a lot of things want to come into your life and offer you this King of Cups energy, this success, this growth, this assurance, this um love for some of you as well. But yeah, I'm also getting an image of like the King of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like maybe somebody wants to come in, or it's just like just like tapping into that emotional, because there's a lot of water energy. It's like four cards here. All of them are like water. The only one in reverse was the card that you chose, which is the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Fire. But everything is like cup energy. So we want to tap into the emotional aspects of things, right? Thus working with everything else around us. We want to heal our emotions. We want to heal the past trauma. All right. So some of you, if you can afford it, maybe counseling is going to help. If therapy is not in the books for you, maybe talking to someone that you can trust, even if it's yourself, that is perfectly okay. Journaling. Um, look at yourself in the mirror and like talk to yourself, how do you feel today? How does what said make you feel? What does person A make you feel when you see them? Just like those little things. Like have a conversation with yourself about things that are affecting you in your life, because I'm getting an image of like, when there's an earthquake and the ground starts to crack. I feel like when you do that, and oh my god, I'm getting an image of like a flower peeking through. So it's like, um as soon as you break down those walls and you try and you start working and directing yourself to that healing, that flower, which is you, will bloom, and you'll grow, and all of this abundance will come to you. So that is all obviously up to you, but I'm feeling that some of you are very keen on that, and this is why you're watching this reading. um so yeah, pal 2, this was your reading. The message is to just really face those fears, face that trauma, face those unsolved or unworked through, is that even a thing? But just like, you want to, anything that you've never worked through in the previous year that you've been holding off, especially when it comes to your emotions, but it could also apply to everything else. You want to work through that. I heard Pisces as well. So obviously with the water, it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but like I heard Pisces. And like I said, with the Queen of Wands, I picked up on Leo energy. But if that doesn't resonate, it's fine. Take the message as it comes, as it resonates. If this is you, then this is your message, okay? It's like we're dealing in the beginning of the year, because I'm gonna do the other reading again, maybe the middle of the year, just to do some kind of like a checkup, something. But right now, how you want to kickstart your year is with healing those emotions, so that you can break through. Um, and you can finally dance to your own tune and your own music, instead of all these negative thoughts that are just like controlling you. So, part 2, thank you for joining me. I hope that this reading was helpful, and I'd love to see you again in another reading. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Three of Swords or the Three of Air. So, this is just going to be a quick representation of either where you are right now or where you're coming from in the previous year. So, what's coming through is that some of you are very, I'm hearing lonely eyes by love. So some of you are very lonely right now, and I'm getting also the image of the video. My love is like, love my friends to death, but I never call, yeah, I never kiss. La di da di da. You get what you want, and you get what you. So what's that song? I forgot what the song is, but what's coming through is that you're very lonely right now. You could have, I'm hearing that you could have lost a job or you lost a parent. I mean, any loss is very tragic, and I send my love and light to you. Some of you, it wasn't even love or a person, or it's just like losing yourself. You know, you may feel very lost right now, or just like in the previous year, you had moments, or if not the entire year, where you just really felt very lost. You really felt like you were just going with the flow, but not in the way that is positive, but more so of, you know, it's just kind of drifting. You know, you're going where the wind takes you because you don't feel that you have a direction. I'm getting that some of you, even as lost as you feel, what's coming through is that a parent could be a spirit guide if they've, you know, passed on. But if it's not like death that has happened to you, just like you're not alone, your spirit guides are with you. And I know it may be tough to hear, especially if you're suffering with anxiety or depression right now. It's kind of hard to take anything that is positive and just like stick with it. I'm just really drawn to this little green, you know, and it's just making me think of how, as dark as your days are right now, I'm hearing forest green. As dark as your days right now, something green is, and I'm really drawn to this plant as well. So I feel like as dark as your days are right now, there's a light that's trying to come in. There's a green, there's new growth. There is just like, you know, beautiful things that are just trying to come in and are on the way for you. This reading is not a prediction, like I said, and I'm not trying to get into that right now, but I just want to tell you that everything is going to be okay. We're here to receive messages for you, you know, so that you can, you know, find some kind of courage or strength to face whatever it is that you're going through. And if you're not ready to face it, to at least have the subconscious imprint within you, so that when you're ready, you can, you know, step into that power. Because some of you are feeling very lost, depressed, anxiety, trauma. Physical trauma is also what's coming through. Trigger warning. Some of you may have been, all right, you know what happened to you. I don't want to get into it because I'm hearing that it's still a sensitive topic. But yeah, so let us get into the messages for you once again. And you're really beautiful people. I just want to say, I'm just really connecting to this beautiful energy with Pile 3, and not to say that other piles weren't beautiful, but some of you have this question as to why anything would happen to you, you know, why this would happen to you, because you're just such an amazing person, and I can feel that. You're very good people. You're a very good person is what's coming through, and it's kind of hard for you to understand why everything happened to you. And we all know that there aren't coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. And I know right now it's kind of hard to take that in and accept it, because it's just like the pain that you may be going through. And even if it's not pain, it's just like the senseless direction, the, you know, the feeling of just unworthiness, even of the path that you're on. We're gonna try and help you, all right, get back on track. So, Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for Pal 3 so that they can have a successful year? What messages do you have for Pal 3 so that they can have a successful year? Thank you, thank you. Are these in reverse? All right. Anything else? Oh, all right. Everything is coming out in reverse, but fret not. All right. We have the Fool card and the number 0. So it's time for you to start over. So whether it relates to literally having experienced a physical death, or you know just like any loss is significant obviously, but I don't want to be here comparing the different types of losses, because pain differs to the person who experiences. It's about perception. But what's coming through is we need to start over. Not saying that we are gonna forget what we have lost. We're gonna ignore it. It's more of like we're gonna go through it. We're gonna overcome it by going through it. I'm getting an image of the story of was it Jesus? No, it wasn't Jesus. Oh my gosh, I need to brush up on my Bible skills, but I'm getting an image of the ocean or the sea being parted, and it's just like, we have this excess, we have the bridge now that we can go through, and we have this beautiful water just like flowing, you know beside us. So what's coming through is that water is more your healing, and we're opening up that bridge to the healing. We're opening up that bridge to um and I heard water into wine. So yeah, we're opening up that bridge to healing. We're opening up that sense of space and sense of security so that we can create this beautiful moment. So I'm just gonna lay out your card. We have the page of fire, or the page of wands in reverse. We have the six of water, or the six of cups in reverse. Um we have the king of water, the king of cups in reverse. And finally, we have the Hermit card in reverse. All right, so the messages that you, or the message that you have, wow. I noticed that for pile 2 as well, I had to be very calm. So maybe you were drawn to pile 2, and if not, that's okay. But I'm realizing that I started off the reading with pile 1 very just like high in energy, and with pile 2 and 3, it's like I'm feeling a bit down, a bit low, and I'm getting a sense of just like being very calm. And I'm hearing that you're very fragile as well. And it's just like literally watch my words. Hence why I didn't really speak about whatever it was that might have triggered you, and I apologize for that. So what's coming through for you guys is that for the year, we want to get out of the hermit mode, because it's in reverse. And when it's upright, it's about stepping into it. But when it's in reverse, it's about like we've been in the state of confusion, we've been in the state of loss, we've been in the state of seclusion for way too long. It's time to step out of it. Because what this has done is it has blocked everything else. The hermit mode is there for us to take a moment to step in and restructure, rebalance, and reconfigure everything else in our life. So maybe you've been in this energy for way too long, and again, I'm not here to tell you how to grieve. I'm not here to tell you how to heal. It's just what's coming through, that if we want to change in the dynamics of our life throughout the year, we're gonna have to finally step out of the seclusion, step out of the hut. I'm getting an image of like an old man. Not even an old man, it's just like some of you are like old souls is what's coming through, okay? But like I'm getting an image of a person getting out of like a hut. Oh, and also what's coming through is like a bear. You know how bears go into hibernation and whatnot. So yeah, I'm getting an image of finally stepping out of that cave or that hut in that secluded island. So that we can finally go after our goals and our dreams. Um, so the hermit mode, what it did, or the hermit energy that you were in, what it did is it allowed you to obviously step into the mindset of what needed to change in your life and what you needed to heal. You have an idea of that now, but you didn't necessarily. I'm getting that some of you, as much as you had an idea, you didn't put anything into action. And maybe this is why these cards are coming out in reverse, is that with the six of cups, as much as you identified and you knew what it was that you needed to create, you knew that you needed to step into a power of believing that you can achieve everything that you want. It's that if not now, but in the previous year, you're not allowing that to come through. you know you know you feel it. You know that to change, in order to bring about a change in your life, you need to believe it. You need to create. You need to shine your light. With the Page of Wands, it's time for you to step out and like really um I'm getting the image of what's it? Prada. The movie something with Prada. It's like and I'm getting an image of Ugly Betty as well. So it's like it's time for you to come out of that phase of the underdog with this Page of Wands. We are not the it's in reverse right now, right? So we want to get out of that reverse energy because we are not the victim. As much as we've been through a lot, we don't have to stay in this victim, because as much as a lot of things have happened to you, you don't have to be in this victim mentality. Society and society it has a tendency of painting people who have gone through trauma as victims. This is why in recent psychology we speak of survivors instead of victims, because being labeled a victim or labeling yourself as a victim puts you into that victim mentality. I wanted to say helpless. It puts you into that victim mentality or helpless state where everything is happening to you and it's like you can't do anything about it. But what's coming through with this Page of Wands is you need to step into that power, into that strength that you know how to create and bring a change. I'm getting an image of someone flipping the pancake over. That's why I'm doing this. So it's like it's some of you could be chefs or you're just like really good cooks, so you love to eat. But what's coming through is, as much as you put in effort in all the food that you eat so that it tastes good, how about we start putting effort in our life so that it feels good, so that our existence feels good, so that we're not only existing but living. Mm-hmm. So with that green that was trying to pop up, it's all being blocked by all of these reverse cards, these cards in reversed. I'm not saying that it can't change. I'm saying that it can change because you can create that change. The message that is coming through for you to have a successful year, for you to heal, for you to be happier, for you to be in a very beautiful state, is that we already know what needs to change. You know it, and I know it because I've been picking up on your energy, but I don't have to say it because you already know what you need to do. So it's about you stepping into that power, apologizing to those people you've hurt while you were hurting, apologizing to yourself, you know, accepting everything that has happened for what it is, ne? Because if we are constantly allowing ourselves to get stuck in the past, I'm getting an image of the movie Wind Chill, and it's like when you drive yourself into that road and you allow, how in the movie, I don't know if you've seen the movie, like these two kids, not kids, but like they were driving, Emily Blunt and the other guy, they were driving into this road, and then there was a car coming in, and then they swerved so that the car doesn't, so that they don't hit each other basically, and they got stuck in the snow. And I don't know, that's how I perceived it, but in the course of the movie, it was just like they were stuck in some kind of time lapse, or like not necessarily time lapse, but it's like everything, all the energy, you know, that was caused by the trauma that happened, because in the course of the movie we found out that there was like some kind of traumatic situation with like a couple and whatnot. All that trauma, I'm not trying to get too deep into the movie because this is about you, but basically what's coming through is all that trauma that happened or that has happened to you is creating a stuckness, where you feel like irrespective of the movement that you're making, you cut like you the 10 steps that you're taking, it's like you come back 20 or 30 steps back. So it's like you take 5 steps forward, then 10 steps back. It's because of that built up energy that's surrounding you. It's not allowing you to move, it's causing friction. And yeah, so the message is we want to heal that energy so that when we're trying to move forward on this new road and this new journey, it happens without friction, it happens without delay. Because if you've been feeling lost, whether it's because of just how things have been, whether you're grieving, it doesn't really matter. Because I'm hearing the song Grieving by Kelani. So it could be that you're grieving over a lover, whether they've passed on, it's just like a relationship that has ended. Or even if it's a friendship for some of you, I'm getting that with the Two of Cups, that I'm getting an image. And I was just drawn to the Two of Cups on the side of the decks. Yeah, it's like you may have walked away from somebody. It could have been a lover as well, as what's coming through, or a friend that you really loved, or a family member. I'm just getting that it's just a lot of love was invested, and a lot of time and energy was invested in that situation. And what's coming through is you holding on to that past, holding on to that love is creating barriers. And I'm just trying to like give you an image or an idea. You know, around your dick, it's like there's like little bolts surrounding, and it's like there's an energy field, right? And instead of protecting you, this energy field is just literally blocking you from success, blocking you from happiness and joy. So we need to release that. All right. This year is about us overcoming as we go through it. Right? We are not going to jump the hurdle. You know, um, just like one of the memes, we're actually going to run through it. I'm getting an image of somebody running through the hurdle instead of jumping over it. So that's what we want to do. We're not jumping over the issue. We just like, you know, we're heading straight into it. We're crashing into that so that we can heal, so that our light can shine through, because we're over with being called or being recognized as the underdog. Yeah, the underdog is significant because it signifies somebody who has it symbolizes, sorry, somebody has the potential to create so much. It's just that they're underestimated. But you've been in this underdog energy for way too long. You know, it's past. And I'm not telling you how to heal. I'm not telling you how to. It's just like what's coming through is if you want to have a successful year, we are stepping out of that victim, helpless state, and we are being the survivor, and we're standing strong. So that all of this King of Cups, Six of Cups, Page of Wands energy can be upright instead of reversed. Because it's possible. The only thing that's blocking it is the Hermit in reverse, because we are not allowing ourselves to step out of it, even though we know that it's time. So, pile 3, I'm really sorry for your loss. It doesn't really matter what it was, every loss is significant. And like I said, I'm not about to compare the different types of losses. It just really depends on the perception and the mentality and the state of being of the person. But with you, I feel that you're really in pain. And for some of you, you're really in confusion, you're just lost. I keep getting an image of somebody just like being caught in, you know what's coming through, all these movies about like being caught in a time lapse or a time loop is what's coming through. So maybe your days have been very routine like, you need a change in your life as well as what's coming through. And to bring about the changes, to step out of this victim mentality. So pal 3, thank you for joining me today. I hope that this reading resonated. I hope to see you in another reading again, and until then, I leave you with love and light. Bye. Hi pal 4, welcome to your reading. You chose the Magician card with the number 1. So this is just going to represent either the year that you're coming from or just the energy you are in right now. And what is coming through for me is that you are, I heard, master manifestors, but also some of you could have like really beautiful eyes, or just like I'm getting like blue eyes or hazel, but like it doesn't really matter. I just feel like you have beautiful eyes. But I'm also getting that there's something about your eyes that helps people connect to themselves. The phrase the eyes are the windows to the soul really takes a lot of meaning when it comes to you, because I feel like when people look into your eyes, they connect not only to your physical but like your soul. As in, it's like your eyes are like some kind of portal that makes them. I'm hearing that when people look into your eyes, they feel a sense of self, feel a sense of wanting to achieve and be better. So you make them realize. You know how they say real eyes realize? So I feel like with you, when people look into your eyes, there's just something about your eyes that makes people want to better themselves. Or maybe it's not just like your eyes, it could be your energy. But I feel like yeah, you know what's coming through is like, as soon as, like, you could be walking down the street and you like, look at somebody in the eyes. I feel like there's just your eyes. People will never forget your eyes. I feel like even if, of course, with COVID, you wear masks, right? Um, Even if before the COVID, I feel like if somebody had a look into your eyes and now you're wearing a mask and obviously they can't see the full face, it's like they can see. You know what I'm saying? They can remember you just because of your eyes. There's something about your eyes. They're so beautiful, man. Your third eye is also active right now. I don't know if you guys feel a heat sensation or pressure on your forehead or like down like the bridge of your nose, but what's coming through is like you're very, very, very psychic, or you're in tune right now. If you don't resonate to being psychic, you're very in tune. Ideas are coming in. You're seeing things clearly. So whether this relates to how things were in the previous year or just like how you are right now, you're very like in tune. Things are coming to you like very quickly. You understanding. I keep getting some kind of like a heat sensation on my forehead, so it's very active. You might want to start massaging or taking care of your third eye, or just like healing or working with your third eye in any way that you find resonates to you. um but also with the eyes and the glasses, some of you could wear glasses, or you just like, yeah, things are just like very clear for you right now. Or you just have always had a knack of seeing things clearly, like you could be clear cognizant and clairaudient, or you could just be psychic and clairaudient as well. um I don't know what it's called when you can smell things like clear. I don't know what that, but if you have it, then you know what it is. um some of you are very old, and not just like in age or by age or physical appearance. It's like your soul, you know, you have wisdom, you have ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom, ancient intelligence. It's like you've been here for so long. And I'm not talking about earth, I'm talking about your existence. Your soul has been living, has been existing for so long. There is nothing that you don't know. It's just a matter of tapping into it. It's what's coming through as well. You may enjoy working with the moon phases, or you're very in tune, you're very feminine. Getting that also you may be very secretive, which is a good thing, but it's just like the extent of your secretiveness is what I'm picking up on, is that you don't really, I'm hearing that you keep your cards close to your chest. You don't make moves until they, you don't share people, you don't share your moves with people until you know it's done, which is a good thing. So if that's not who you are, maybe you want to start doing that. You know, don't like share everything that you do with people until, especially if it's like a project or an idea, don't just go around telling everybody about it until it's done. Number one could be your life path number. You're just very independent people, you're very strong-willed. Leo energy is coming through. Sun, with the sun, um I just thought of the sun and the number one, and it's just like, yeah. So Leo energy is also coming through, or you're just very inspiring as well. You have a very healing and energetic glow. You have a very yellow goldish aura to you is also what's coming through. You may work with plants, you know, plant magic or candle magic or any kind of magic. I'm getting that you guys are very spiritual, you know. And not to say that other people who don't do this aren't spiritual, but it's just like you're very deep into it. You enjoy, yeah, with the magician card, you enjoy manifesting and bringing things into life through magic, like literally. Some of you could have like a book of shadows, or you've been thinking about getting one or creating one. But I'm hearing that some of you don't enjoy following other people's spells. So if it's a book of shadows that you're looking for, it's more so just to have an idea of how it works, and or how to kind of tweak this and that. But I'm hearing that you enjoy making or coming up with your own spells and stuff like that. And I'm hearing the song Potions, not potions. Yeah, I'm hearing pills and potions, but I'm also hearing the lyric where with the song Rules by Dodger. It's like, what does she say about potions? It came through so quickly I forgot. I don't know, nigga, you playing, sorry for the it's like you're playing with that. Okay, yeah, it's just coming in and out quickly. Some of you could be star seeds is what's coming through as well. Mm-hmm. I heard maple syrup, or like uh maple as in like the tree. Is that like a tree or something? So I don't know if you guys are into plants, like I say, plant magic, or like you could be farmers, or you could just have like a really nice garden, or you could live out in the forest, or just like you live near like a very foresty type of area as well. So it's coming through. Water is very important to you, so I don't know if you work with water as well, or your water signs, or you have that in your charts, or just like what heals you is what's coming through as well. um so yeah, you're in a very good place in your life. So if you're looking to manifest, this is the right time to do that. You're heightened, your intuition, your gifts, everything is heightened. Take it as it resonates. So if you're trying to manifest love, finances, anything that's in your life, it is here for you to, you know, take and grab it. I heard conjure, so I don't know if you guys are into any other form of divination other than tarot. I'm getting an image of like the Ouija board as well. So yeah. um I'm hearing that things are looking up for you right now. So if you're looking into tapping into that, whether it's spiritually or financially, emotionally, whatever it is, abundance is here for you. You know, you can get that real quickly. So let us see what advice or messages you have for I don't want to say the year because this is a timeless reading. So Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for POW 4 in terms of them having a successful year? What should they do? What should they consider? What should they work on for them to have a successful year? I heard magic. So even if you don't practice magic, it could just literally be like, you know, get on those vision boards, get on that, you know, journaling, because journaling is magic as well. Everything you write down comes into existence, or everything you write down comes into, you know, all right, let me put these down. When you write something down, you don't only just like write it, it's coming into life, you know. So even if you're not into vision boards and you're not into cutting things up and you don't have the time, just write whatever it is that you want to bring to life. But don't only use journaling for that. You could also use journaling for getting rid of things. So you could write out whatever it is that you're trying to leave behind, and it will happen for you, because I'm getting that things come easily and naturally for you. So some of you already have, I'm getting an image of like a black book, or like I said, the book of shadows, or like a little black notebook or notepad that you may have. But it doesn't really matter what color it is. But also what's coming through is like black is very important to you. So maybe you want to get some kind of like, this is obsidian. So I don't know if you want to, I heard onyx as well. But like get like a black crystal, you know, that might help you keep you grounded and safe and protected and all that stuff. Obviously you set your intention towards it, but I'm really getting like drawn to my little black obsidian bracelet here. So maybe you want to get that for yourself as well. Any other messages for POW 4 on how to have a successful year? I heard heal, continue healing, continue growing, continue planting. If you have if you're a farmer, continue doing that. I'm hearing that whatever it is that you're doing is really amazing. We have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, continue believing that you can achieve anything that you want, because it's possible. With the 9 of Cups, I'm also getting that love could be on the way for some of you, but this is not a prediction reading, so I'm going to try and hold off on that. But if it comes through, it comes through. With the 9 of Cups, I feel like it's time for you to start really appreciating the little things. All right, don't be so drawn to the lavish life or be fooled by the things that are around you, and just like appreciate what you have. Be in tune with your emotions. Let your emotions guide you into what you need to have as well in your life. Be expressive as well of those emotions. Don't hold anything back, and be patient as well. The number 14 could be significant to you, or the number 5. Some of you could be born on the 9th of November or April as well, as or June, but it doesn't really matter when you're born. If the reading if the message resonates, take it as it comes. Then we have the 2 of Pentacles, or the 2 of Earth. Well, I'm getting really fired up for you guys. It's like a lot of beautiful things are trying to come in, and it's already here. We have the King of Air, or the King of Swords. So I just want to lay everything out. This way I don't waste too much time. I can read everything all at once. We have the Hierophant with the number 5. So yeah, you guys are very spiritual, and if it's not really about spirituality, it's about owning whatever it is that you believe in. It doesn't have to be spiritual in nature, but believing in something spiritual, isn't it? We have the 2 of Cups, or the 2 of Water. Yeah, like I said, love. Ooh, for some of you is trying to come in, or it's already here. If you're already in a relationship, things are about to start getting better with the Magician card. With the Sun card, we have number 19, Leo energy. But I also heard Virgo and Capricorn. It doesn't really matter again. Then finally the High Priestess. So yeah, you guys are very in tune with the number 2. You're very in tune. You're very driven. You're very goal oriented is also what's coming through. I'm just trying to figure out where I need to put this. I'll just put it here because I want to see the cards clearly, you know. Yeah, so I'm sorry if it's out of frame. I'm just working with all that I have right now. I am going to be planning I'm planning on getting a tripod somewhere sometime this year. But anyway, this is about you. This is about you. And what's coming through is that a lot of abundance is here, obviously, because of that. Again, your magic manifests is because of that magician card. Anything that you set your goals on, your mind on, it can come to life really quickly for you right now. It doesn't really matter when you're reading this. It could be it doesn't really matter the time, the date. This reading is timeless, but right now you're in a very um high peak, if that's what I'm trying to say. But like, your energy is very strong. You have the ability to attract anything that you want very quickly right now. So you want to make sure that you clear out any negative thoughts, any doubts, any low vibe, low frequency type of energies. Even the people that you surround yourself with, you want to make sure that it's people that you can relate to, people that have a high vibe. Not necessarily relate to, because you want to be open-minded about the people that surround you, but what I'm trying to say, it's energetically, it's people who don't drag you down. With the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to be presented with two opportunities. With the Magician card, like I said, you want to be very perceptive of whatever it is that you're looking for with these two opportunities. Why is this turning into a prediction? All right, but anyway, with these opportunities that are coming in, whether it's love, finances, I feel like with the Magician card, you will know. Um, with the High Priestess as well, you will know what to do. But what's coming through is that these opportunities are coming in finally. You've been waiting for something. You've been waiting for love. You've been waiting for money to get better. It's here. It's a matter of just like making sure that when you do it, it's intuitive. So with the Nine of Cups, like I said earlier, you don't want to do something because of the external surroundings, your external situations. You want to look at what you need right there in the moment. So I'm getting an image of like a person going to a hot dog stand and they're buying a hot dog and the guy's like, ketchup or mustard. It's like, ketchup or mustard, ketchup. So you want to go with your intuition. Don't just like go with ketchup because the guy next to you had ketchup on the hot dog. So you want to go with mustard if that's what you want. And I know it's the kind of like a weird example, but basically what's coming through, don't compare your external circumstances with what's going on with you internally. All right, you want to make a decision based on what's happening within you. Somebody is watching over you guys. I don't know if it's love, but what's coming through, someone is very interested in you. With the High Priestess card, I don't know why I'm picking up on this, but like somebody's very interested in you. It could be a potential like client, a potential business, partner. It just like somebody has their eye on you. I don't want to get too descriptive on the details, but somebody. And I'm also getting an image that your spirit guides are watching over you. So this journey that you're on, this journey you're about to step into this year is going to be very amazing for you. Is very orchestrated divinely. This is your time, is what I'm hearing. It's time for you to step up with the King of Swords. It's time for you to reveal yourself. No more masks, is what I'm hearing. Of course, you want to be wearing that mask out in the street for COVID, but what I mean is, figuratively speaking, we don't wear masks anymore this year. We're stepping into the Hierophant energy where we're very open and expressive about who we are, about our beliefs, and we're not letting anybody stand in the way of that. Your third eye is very active, guys. Your chakra, your crown chakra as well, is very open and it's ready to receive. And I feel like it's been receiving. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the downloads that you receive during the day as well. Anything else, Divine Spirit? Write down, guys. Journal things. Heal yourself through candle magic. Fire, the element of fire. Even if it's not candle magic, just use the element of fire to heal. Some of you may be married, a commitment is on the way. Why am I saying all of these things? Now you know, and it's like I'm ruining the surprise. But it's coming through. So some of you may have been expecting it, and it's just like this is confirmation that it's here. If you've been waiting for your man, your girl, it doesn't really matter. Because I'm getting that some of you could be same sex and whatnot. Trans, I'm even picking up on trans. So if you've been waiting for your partner to propose, it's happening. If you've already married, I'm hearing that you're going to be renewing your vows, or just like commitment is getting stronger. There's something about a chest. So I don't know if you keep a chest, like as in like a box, like where you keep things in. Maybe you have that, or maybe speaking about like opening up. If there's anything that you've been hiding, whether that's your self-expression. Ooh, some of you may be coming out this year to your family or your friends. um I don't really like the term coming out, but like, yeah, that's what's coming through. You may be finally sharing who you truly are, um, with your family, and I'm hearing that you want to be very careful with that. It's very important to you. Don't hold yourself back, but also don't really get caught in expectations, right? Just let everything happen as it should. Um, I don't know if you guys work with flowers, like flower arrangements or something like that. I feel like if you're into that, that if that's like your business with flowers and gardening, things about to really boom. But I feel like in general, anything that comes with this pal in general, it's like things are just about to start looking up for you guys. And the message that's coming through is just like, be expressive and be vocal about it, but not in the sense where again you're telling everybody, your plans and your goals, and it's like it's gonna deter and hinder you because of those projections. No, 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 no. What's coming through is, be vocal. So if you're gonna start a channel, or if you're gonna be on Instagram, or if whatever it is that you're doing, if you're starting a new business, have it be done, and then once it's done, launch it. And then when you launch whatever it is that you do, be very expressive about it. Don't be so secretive, is what's coming through. Don't be shy about your blessings, about the gifts that you've manifested. Some of you, it's psychic gifts, so don't be shy about that. Like, don't be embarrassed. Some of you could be mediums, and I'm getting that sometimes you can pick up on energy, and it's like you want to say something but you don't, out of fear. I'm hearing that, start being very expressive about those gifts, because you're helping a lot of people. Don't be shy about whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you could have a clothing shop, or something in clothes is coming through. Fashion designers, don't be shy about expressing that, but don't also share everything until it's done. All right. I don't know if you guys like showing a little bit snippets of things. Even that's a problem, unless this is like a preview of something that's already done. Don't do that anymore. Like, don't show those little snippets, because I feel like there are people around you. As much as you're very supported, there are people around you who don't want to see you do well, and all that negative energy, we don't want that surrounding you. Your energy is very beautiful right now. Did I talk about your gold aura, or was that a different pal? I don't know. There's something very beautiful about your pal, about this pal, and your aura is very magnetic. And because it's so strong right now, you can literally attract anything. That means those people who are sending you bad vibes, you're attracting that as well. So you want to be careful to ground yourself, to cleanse, to heal. Purge out what no longer serves you. Something about potions again. Work with that if that's what you're doing. Something about a silver cup. So maybe it's also about like, oh, you know what I'm hearing is like, it's you now. Some of you may have like let go of somebody in the past, as in the previous year, or just like recently. It doesn't really matter. Recently has to be in the previous day. Okay, it really depends on when you're listening to this. But what's coming through is, whoever you let go, I'm hearing that they want to have a seat at your table, but it's like, no, you know these people, they have left your life for a reason. It's time to let it be, because where you are right now, you're only dining with the great. And what I'm hearing is, you're dining with people who are on your level, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally. So, not to say that you need to put people down and kind of have a superiority complex. No. It's more about acknowledging how far you've come, and really only surrounding yourself with the energies of the people who work just as hard as you do, because that's what you deserve. So yeah, pal 4, this is your message. I hope that it resonated, and I wish you best of luck on your journey. Things are about to really get really hot and heated and crazy for you. Some of you, if you haven't been getting, freaky in the sheets, I'm getting that if that's what you've been trying to have, if you've been trying to have some kind of sexual experience, it's on the way for you. Obviously practice safe sex and whatnot. But before this turns into a prediction reading, I'm gonna stop here and express my gratitude to everyone who has watched this video. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, bye. Hi pal 6. Thank you for joining me today. You chose the 3 of Earth, or the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Number three could be very significant to you. You could be seeing it whether on the clock or just around you, or even it doesn't have to be a number, it could be a group of things. Like you could see three birds, three flowers, three butterflies, three, but like I feel that the number three is significant for you, and I feel like the universe has been trying to communicate something to you and you're just not really paying attention. Or if you're paying attention, you know, it's like you are taking, it's like you can see a butterfly, right? But I don't think you take the time to kind of understand what it could mean. Or you could literally have things happening in your life, but I don't think you're taking the time to really kind of understand why it's happening. It's as if not necessarily you've given up or you just don't care, but it's there's a lack of understanding, and I think it's due to you not wanting to be open to it right now. Um, with the Three of Pentacles, this is representing either you right now or the previous year that we're coming from. And I feel it really depends on the time that you're reading this, right? And you're seeing this video. But I feel like you've been waiting. And you've been hoping that the wait will be over, whether things will get better in your relationship or work or friends or whatever. But it's like nothing is changing. And what's coming through is nothing is changing is because it's because you're not learning from your mistakes. You're not learning or taking the time to even learn, you know, whatever it is. Like I said, if you've been seeing synchronicities around you, you're not taking the time to kind of understand what these mean. So the guidance that you are being blessed with, you're not paying attention to it, even if it's your dreams or just like in general the people that come into your life to give you lessons. It's as if you're not really putting that into play. And this is why you've been in a stuck energy. This is why relationships haven't been working out, friendships. If it's a relationship and it's been so long, it's like there's no commitment, they're not proposing, you know. Some of you could be that they involve you in third party situations, or if you're single and you try to put yourself out there, it's just like you're always attracting people who are already taken or people who are not committed. It's because you're not learning. There's something that you are not learning from. And I feel that if you want to move on and have a pace or momentum in your life, you need to work on that. Something about your frequency also needs to spike up. So maybe right now you're in a low vibe or a low frequency. Um, Even your foods, I'm hearing that you might want to change your diet. Some of you, I'm hearing that are carnivores. Maybe you want to be an omnivore. Again, it's all up to you. You want to start implementing plants. Or healthy fruits and stuff like that into your diet. I'm hearing that you don't want to go for the food that has been that has added what is it? It's a GMO. I don't know, when they add like extra stuff in the fruits or in the food so that it can be bigger or whatever. I'm hearing that you want proper natural mother earth, mother nature, proper mother earth grown food, like healthy natural food in your system. You want to step away from the GMOs and whatnot. Some of you, I'm hearing that you're lactose intolerant. So basically pay attention to your diet, pay attention to the things that are happening in your life. So for instance, with the food, if you're constantly falling sick, stay away from food that is making you sick, because it's affecting not only your physical system but your energetic system. Your chakras are being messed up right now, your solar plexus especially. And if it's not food, if you keep trying to apply for that job but it's not working out, that's not the job for you right now. You know, go for something else. Stop trying to impress friends with money. Is also what's coming through. If your relationships aren't working out right now, communication is it good? And if it is good, maybe there's just something else. Are there trust issues? You know, some of you, I'm hearing that things are just really silent, or silent treatment is what's coming through. People, or maybe your relationships have a tendency of just going really silent. What haven't you learned that is affecting the improvement in your relationships? You know, step into that. Start learning, you know. Even if it's education as well, maybe things haven't been going well at school. Even if you're working while studying, it's like, you know, what's up? Prioritize things, learn is what's coming through. The reason why you're still in this stuck energy is because you're not learning something. You could be going back to that same person who keeps hurting you. You keep be going back to the same addictions that keep hurting you. You could be going back to the same routines that are not serving you. So maybe you need to change your sleeping patterns. Maybe you need to cut off those people. Maybe you need to start treating yourself better and eating healthier. Learn something. The reason why things are not working out for you in whatever area, that is resonating to you is because you're not learning a lesson. So let us get into the messages for you. And I don't mean to preach, but I feel like I need to shout, because the universe has been trying to get to you. I'm even getting an image of like, what's the thing called? I forgot what it's called, but it's like I'm even hearing siren, 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 siren. You know how the mermaids, they sing so that they can get your attention. I feel like the universe has been trying to call out to you, but you're not listening. So let us get into what messages can help you have a very great year, thus take you out of the stuck energy. Okay, divine spirits, what messages do you have for Pal 6 so that they can step out of the stuck energy and have a great year? What messages do you? I heard recognition. Recognize your faults. I'm not saying go around blaming people, blaming yourself, but like take accountability of where you are in your life right now and why. Can I get messages? Thank you. For Pal 6, please. I heard heal. With the number 6, it talks about moving forward and healing. Once change has happened, or once change is happening in our lives, it's time for us to work with that change instead of against it. Anything else? Thank you. Any other messages or guidance on how Pal 6 can have an amazing year? Is this all? Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Then we have the High Priestess card with the number 2. So yeah, listen to that guidance, whether it's internal or external through the synchronicities that you see. Pay attention to it, because I feel that you haven't been doing that. We have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. The 7 of Water, the 7 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands, or the 10 of Fire. So, all right, the message for you is in order to have an amazing year, in order to have a beautiful year, in order to grow and evolve this year, what's coming through is you need to let go. Again, maybe you keep going back to that person who doesn't treat you right. For some of you, you keep going to a relationship that never works out. It's because right now is not the time. Or maybe it never will be the time, and that's just the sad truth. But you can't keep putting yourself in this situation where you're stuck in life and you're not moving on because of these past energies. With the 10 of Wands, it's time for you to let go and move on. Burn away all the old cycles. I'm hearing that some of you should have done this in the previous year, but now you're going to have to start working from there right now. And what this has done, it has derailed you, because there's so much abundance waiting, but because of all of this bad energy that's piling up, you need to work through that first before the abundance can come in. So sorry to say this, but you have been putting yourself in this situation. I want you to take accountability. What's coming through is that you need to take accountability, and I'm not trying to get personal or disrespectful, but I want to deliver the message as it comes without judgment, but I need to be real and true with you right now so that it can stick. I have to stick it to you is what I'm hearing, because you haven't been paying attention, and if I can't get through to you, sadly I don't think anyone else can. And not to say I'm special in any way, but I feel that there's a reason why you're watching this reading. And if it still doesn't appeal to you, if it still doesn't give you the message, or if it still doesn't marinate, if it still doesn't sink in, then I don't know, maybe you wanna, I really don't know, because I feel like the universe has been reaching out to you, but it's like, without judgment, I have to say that it's time for you to take accountability, for your actions and for everything that's been happening. Yes, some things that have happened aren't due to you on your own, and this is why it's important for you to heal that. It's important for you to recognize that, work through that. And once you've done that, don't place blame on anyone, just like be very accountable, acknowledge everyone for their faults or for whatever part they played in where you are right now, but don't hold on to it, because holding on to that is just creating baggage. All that past energy is like piling up. I'm getting an image of the, what cartoon was that? We like the animation of there's like a pea at the bed, like the pea, the seed, and it's like there was like a pile of like blankets or something over it, and it's like basically what's coming through. For the growth to happen, you need to kind of sort through all this pile, you know this pile of garbage is what I'm hearing, because again, for some reason you keep going back to this relationship, this habit, this way of doing things, but it's not serving you, it's not helping you grow, and this is why you're stuck right now. And you're waiting, hoping and thinking, wow, the universe is going to bless me with abundance, but it's like it's not happening. It's because I'm also hearing that some of you need to shift the blame, as in stop blaming yourself, don't blame the universe as well. Everything is happening as it should be. I'm hearing that there's a reason why everything is happening, right? And if you kept going back to this person, it was so that you could learn, but you've learned all that you can, but you keep going back to them. There's nothing left to learn from this person, there's nothing left to learn from these people, this thing, whatever it is. There's something that you keep going back to. There's nothing, there's no change. And that's because, thank you, no change is going to happen, because right now there's nothing between you and that person, between you and that thing. There's nothing connecting you except for bad energy. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're gonna have to let this person, this thing go. Because if you keep waiting for this person to realize that they love you, or to realize that you love them and that you're going to change, vice versa, or if you keep waiting for the job or the boss to give you a promotion, I'm hearing that there is no room for growth in that old energy. It needs to be let go of. Okay? And it doesn't necessarily mean leave your job, or it could just mean, how can I shift the dynamics? Because I'm not telling you to quit your job. No. I'm telling you to work with whatever it is that you're given in a way that helps you and benefits you to grow. And right now, whatever mindset you have, whatever that you keep doing is not helping you. It's time to shift. All right. With the Seven of Cups, I feel like it's time for you to look at everything that you were presented with, whether in the previous year or right now, and try and assess it for what it really is. Remove those rose-colored glasses. I feel like if you had multiple experiences with one person or one thing that hasn't worked out, time to remove those glasses. Because with the Three of Pentacles, see, she's wearing, this little, it's a mask, but like, it could be representing that you're not seeing things clearly. So it's time for you to see things clearly and allow yourself to do that. Everything that you've been doing this year, your message is to kickstart this year. Actually, not this year, not the whole year, because I'm going to do another reading in the middle of the year. But right now, to kickstart yourself into this new year with beautiful vibes and all that, you need to let go, you need to heal, you need to forgive, you need to consider everything that has happened and how has it helped you grow. What lessons have you learned? Now that you know what those lessons are, how can you apply them to better yourself? Because it makes no sense to keep going through something and have all these lessons and keep them to yourself. You need to take these lessons and apply them into your life so that you can grow. The reason why there's no expansion is because you're holding on to these lessons, you're holding on to this pain, you're holding on to this trauma, this doubt, this negativity, this fear. And it's affecting everything else in your life, whether slowly or significantly, because I'm hearing that some of you, I'm hearing that for some of you, money is not coming in, or if it's coming in, it's like small. It's nothing. It's nothing that you can't do anything. I'm hearing expenditures. You can't spend money on the things that you wanted. It's like right now, all the money that you have, it's spent on the things that you need, like food, water, and a house or whatever. But it's like the little things that you want to do for yourself, you're unable to do that. It's because all that abundance is blocked by the past. That abundance is blocked by latching and holding on to things that aren't serving you. So your message today is to get rid of that. With the Six of Earth in Pentacles, it's time for you to stop stalling Stop stalling things. For some reason, you're stalling on something or somebody, and it's like you need to move away from the situation. I'm getting an image of, like, the internet buffering. It's like, why are we on hold? If the Wi-Fi isn't working, try to switch your phone off, or switch the router off, or like maybe for once you want to use your own data instead of Wi-Fi. I don't know why I'm getting these references, but maybe it's about, don't depend on other people anymore. Start, like, depending on yourself, as in even your experiences. Don't, like, look at the people around you and be like, oh well, she was in an abusive relationship, so she was not treated well at work, but then things worked out for them. They're on a different path and a different journey than you are. You're on a different, spectrum. You're on a different line of energy, and it's like, as much as this person may be connected to you, it's like they are different. And sometimes we need to separate from these people. They were in our lives for a reason. So don't now look at what other people are going through and how things, irrespective of the tough times, are working out for them. Just because your friend or the person that you know was in an abusive relationship, or the person cheated or whatnot, but they ended up being committed and the relationship turned out right, it doesn't mean it's going to happen for you. It could happen for you with someone else, but not the current person that you're trying to latch onto. Even if it's work, maybe that person get laid off and then next week they got a new job, but you failed to have that for yourself. Stop comparing yourself, because you're living a different life. You're leading a different journey as compared to these people that you keep comparing yourself to. So your message is to let go. That's the only message that's coming through for you. If you want to heal and you want to attract abundance in your life, let go. Let go of comparing, let go of the pain, let go of the past, let go of the blaming. Observe everything that you've learned and how can you apply that to create expansion in your life, Pal 6. So yeah, this was your reading. I hope that it resonated and somehow that it made you feel as if you're finally ready to take charge. And I feel that if some of you have been trying to take charge but it fails still, it's not because you're a failure. It's because you're just not recognizing that one thing. Sometimes the reason our cake batter is not that good is because maybe we put too much sugar or little sugar. So maybe it's that little step that you missed that's causing this blockage. And that's all you need to look at. So Pal 6, I hope that this reading was helpful for you, and if it was, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I leave you with love and light until I see you in a different reading. Bye. Hi Pal 6, welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me. I just realized that the previous pile was actually Pal 5, and in the entire reading I kept saying Pal 6. So for some reason I feel there's a connection between Pal 5 and Pal 6, and if you're coming from Pal 5, I'm very sorry. That was Pal 5 and this is now Pal 6. So thank you for joining me. This is the Temptation card, or the Temperance card in reverse. That's the number 15, and this is the card that you chose. It represents either the previous energy from the previous year that you came from, or the current energy that you're in. So like I said, similar to Pal 5, I feel that you have been either indulging or going through or having certain relationships and dynamics with things that aren't serving your highest good. Not to judge you, but I literally, all of this is coming from a place of unconditional love and light and wanting to help you. And what's coming through is, again, whether this is regards to your previous year or where you are right now, you have been indulging, you have been connecting or creating relationships or trying to maintain relationships with things or people that aren't serving you anymore. I'm hearing that some of you could be alcohol, it could be a lover, it could be an ex, it could even be a fling, or it could just be a relationship dynamic with a boss that isn't serving you. So either you have been letting that person or thing really take charge over you and your life, whether it's people walking all over you. I'm getting, because what people don't get, that temptation doesn't only deal with things like food, alcohol, and love, but it could literally, people pleasing itself can be just like a form of temptation, and it could ruin you. So for some of you that can apply or resonate. I'm getting that for others, it could be sexual pleasure, whether it's with a person or by yourself. Thank you. This has been affecting your life and your growth, and it's time to either completely let it go or create a balance. And like I said, if you can't create a balance within those dynamics, whatever it is, it's time to let it go. So if you can't find a way to um have a healthy way of eating, or have a healthy diet where yes, you do indulge in a few, comfort foods, but you also maintain a healthy um diet. Or if you can't have that glass of wine without finishing the whole bottle at the end of the night or the end of the day without judgment, we need to find a balance. We need to start finding a balance, and if we can't do that, then we have to let it go, because that means it's not serving us at all. you know it's not serving our greatest good. So, if that doesn't resonate to you, this is not your reading. But thank you for joining me, and let us see what messages Divine Spirit has for you in order to kickstart your year very beautifully. So, Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for Pile 6 in order them to have a very successful start to the year? I heard abandon. So, like I said, letting go of what no longer serves you. You know, some of you may have like some abandonment issues, and maybe these addictions or these things that haven't been serving you are a way of you to fill that void that you have. So you want to heal that. You want to work through that. I heard comfort crowd by Conan Gray. So maybe you really have a tendency of spending time around people that they make you feel good for the moment, but after a while it's just like, I don't want to be here anymore. But because of just like whatever you're feeling or whatever pain you're in at that time, you have no choice but to stay. You choose to stay. You choose to be around those people when you could literally choose the opposite. Can I get the last message, please? Thank you. Then we have the Six of Air, or the Six of Swords, upright. And it talks about moving from what doesn't serve us, taking the initiative actually, to move away from what doesn't serve us. Being the one who is in charge of that, because it's one thing to move away from something, but when we are in charge of that movement, it's a different situation. Then we have the Eight of Fire, or the Eight of Wands. So yeah, it's what's coming through mostly. It's about like letting go. We have the Strength card in reverse with the number 8. Number 8 could be very significant to you, or 7 as well. Then we have the Three of Cups in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. And finally, the Messenger of Cups, or the Knight of Cups. All right, so your messages or your guidance messages for you to start off your year very, successfully, or you just like a very high vibe, high frequency momentum in order to have an overall successful year, is that first of all, we need to move away from things that aren't serving us. Like I said, with the Six of Swords that I showed you earlier, we need to be in control of that. So it's not just moving away, but it's being in control, because when we are in control, we acknowledge that we have the power. Because if somebody else or something else has the power, then it has the power to bring you back. It has the power to reel you in. So it's about stepping into the power of moving forward and moving away from what doesn't serve us. And that's your message. That's like the beginning of the message for you. And another message is that any people, with the Three of Cups in reverse, I feel that it's time for you to stop creating partnerships with people who aren't benefiting you. It could be your friends. Even if I know that for some of you, I'm picking up that you could have had friends for such a long time, but if you have grown out of that bond that first kept you together, it's okay to let it go. They were here for a purpose, but now, and for some of you, you don't have to completely cut them off, but you can cut off the dynamics that aren't serving you. So if you've had a friend for like 10 years and you love them so much and you don't want to let them go, it's okay. But what is it about the friendship that isn't serving you? Don't cut off the friend if you're very, fond of them. Cut off whatever, that I heard tumor. So like cut off that little tumor that's causing the problem. When a person has like, I'm getting an image of like somebody getting surgery for, a tumor in their brain. We don't like shoot them dead. We cut off the tumor in the brain. We get rid of that. When someone has breast cancer, we don't, you get what I'm trying to say. So it's like we are not trying to get rid of the connection to this person, which is either the friendship, the love, the workplace, or whatever it is. It could for some of you, it could just be the dynamics that has been created or formed throughout the years, throughout the time, or for however long you've known this person or thing. So for some of you, I'm not saying, just like quit alcohol, because I'm not here to tell you what to do, but can you have a healthy relationship with alcohol? Can you have a healthy relationship with whatever it is, your comfort food? Can you have I heard chocolate for some reason. Can you have a healthy relationship with chocolate? You know, um, can you have a healthy relationship with that friend or that boss without cutting them off if it's something that you're not ready for, because you're not being forced to do anything here. But if you want success in your life and you want to move in a direction that's going to lead to success, you're going to have to get rid of those nasty tumors that are blocking that success. With the Messenger of Cups, it's time for you to face, or the Knight of Cups, sorry. It's time for you to face and be in charge instead of letting other people come in and own the throne that is your life. Can you find a way? For some reason, I'm getting an image of a boss like Michael Scott from The Office. Can you find a way to, keep that job because you need it, or whilst you look for a different one, or if you're not ready to leave the job because you're passionate about it? Can you find a way to ensure that your boss respects your boundaries? And if it doesn't happen, is there anything else that you can do? And if you can't, maybe it's time to remove yourself from that situation. So the message isn't quickly to cut everything and everybody off like that, because I'm getting that there are lessons to be learned, but can we do it in rations, in portions, in sizes? Can we slowly, in steps? That's what I'm trying to say. Can we let go of what doesn't serve us in slow steps? um with the Strength card in reverse, it's about really stepping into that power. We need to, because right now you may be feeling very powerless, okay, especially because of this situation you're in, whether it's people pleasing. I keep getting that, or people walking all over you, or it's this chocolate that has power over you, or this comfort food, or this alcohol, whatever it is that you feel has power over you. Let's flip the script. Let's change that dynamic. Let's turn that Strength card upright, because the sense of powerlessness is self-created. Because at the end of the day, people and things only have the amount of strength or power over us that we allow them to have. So with the Strength card on top of the Knight of Cups, here the Strength card is in reverse, and on top we have the Knight of Cups. It's about acknowledging that, okay, fine, for a while we've been having and letting these people or things have power over us, but now we're tired of that. Because with the Knight of Cups, I'm about to step into my power. And I'm about to show you that the Strength card can be upright. I'm about to show you that I have a sense of purpose, a sense of worth, because I believe it. Not because somebody else told me, not because I tell you. Don't believe that you're worth something because I'm telling you. Believe it because you believe it. Because we are trying to break off the cycle of believing that we're something because somebody else tells us. Believing that we are capable of something because someone else tells us. So even if you don't have the recognition that you deserve, whether it's now or growing up, people never told you your worth, or they did, but it wasn't like that you're worthy of something good. It was always bad vibes or just like negative feedback. I'm hearing that you want to own that, in a sense that you understand the role that those words and those things played in your life, but we're not letting it have a space or have a place in our current existence right now. So even if this is something that a person did to you yesterday, we don't acknowledge that anymore. We're letting it go. We have no attachment to that. We have no, with the temptation card, we have no temperance or attachment to that. We're letting it go because this is not only relating to the alcohol indulgence or the people pleasing. It could be just the attachments we create ourselves because of the things that people say. We are letting go of that, is what's coming through, and we want to step into the power. And in order for you to let go of that, it's your job, it's your place to acknowledge the strength that you have, because in acknowledging it, you are able to lead the way, lead the path, and the journey that you're trying to take. With the Eight of Pentacles upright here and the Eight of Wands on top of each other, it's about, yes, recognizing that we can create our own abundance. But when people want to help us, when people want to show us, obviously, like I said, we're not dependent on people, but at the same time we want to maintain a balance in our life where there's independence but there's no codependency. So as much as we're independent, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, as much as we're independent, we're not afraid to ask for help. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So we're trying to get rid of codependency, whether it's to things or people or just like ideas, whatever. It could be that you're codependent on a certain idea that you had, but it's been 3 years. Sorry, it's been 3 years and you haven't worked on that idea. It's like, have you been waiting for that idea to get up and put itself into place? What has been stopping you? What is this codependency that you're creating between you and things and people around you? We need to let that go. Step into that independent strength card upright. Stepping into that independent energy is what we need to do. But just because we're independent, it doesn't mean we don't recognize and understand that help comes in, and when it does, and it is for the benefit of our highest good, we need to be open to it. So again, your message is to let go. If you can't immediately let go of anything, especially if it's an addiction, let's try and do it step by step. Letting it go until it no longer serves us, until we no longer need it. So right now it's about finding a balance to that. All right, a balanced diet, a balanced way of drinking, a balanced way. Sorry, it's very hot. It's summer here. A balanced way of doing things and not being really affected by the distractions and the people and that try to come in. But once we find that balance and that strength and that independence, can we allow ourselves to still receive help that is obviously serving us for our highest purpose? Because people have a tendency, I also have a tendency of doing this. If I ever go through something very tough and I survive it on my own, I don't ever feel the need for someone else. But the truth is, we all need each other. We're all coexisting to grow. We're here to help each other. That's how we're growing. So at some points, even when you reach that abundance and that independence, it's okay to receive help. Even if it's right now, you don't have to wait to be strong. If right now you're not feeling as strong, you don't have to wait to be strong to have that help. So if there have been people who have been trying to reach out to you, if there have been ways for you to grow and be better because people are trying to bring that into your life, or the universe somehow is trying to orchestrate that, can you do that and accept that? With the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, can you allow yourself to stand strong? Or if right now you're not feeling as strong, can you allow yourself to just receive the help and the assistance to your evolution right now? Because that's the message that's coming through. I'm getting drawn to this Queen of Pentacles here. You're very grounded people, especially when you're not being really overtaken by these temptations. You're very grounded. You're leaders naturally. You don't really enjoy having people come in and try to tell you what to do. I'm probably annoying you right now, but what's coming through is you need help. All right, you need it. We all do. No one lives on this planet without assistance somehow, whether we realize it, whether we allow ourselves to realize it or not. So pile 6, your message is, in order to have a beautiful year, in order to kickstart your year very beautifully, we want to let go of what no longer serves us. We want to be open to assistance and help. We want to be able to step into our power and not let anyone take that away from us. But that doesn't mean, again, that when people try in to come and help us, they try to take the power away from us. So we want to find a balance between understanding when we are grounded and when we are up there. I don't know what I wanted to say, but like we want to find like a balance between this independence and this accepting to co-create with other people. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So, pile six, I hope that this reading helped you find with your number six as well. I'm thinking about how you need to heal. Did I already mention that? Yeah, with the Six of Swords, yeah, I think I mentioned how you need to heal and let go of these things that are not allowing you to step into your power. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, and I hope that this reading helped you somehow. I wish you an amazing day. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.